When I first looked at the Sony range back in 2020 as a newcomer, I found it really confusing, and that was just the 6000 series. So it's been on my mind for some time to record a comparison video to hopefully help you decide where to jump in if you're looking at a new Sony camera. Now, I have to say that I'm really using these cameras for doing this content creation, YouTube videos, online courses, live streaming, and of course those daily Zoom calls. I'm really not looking at this or considering it from the point of view of a photographer or from a filmmaker. So if this is what you're interested in, then great, let's jump in. Now, when I was looking back in 2020, it was all about the 6000 series. There was a 6000, 6100, 6300, 6400, 6500, and the range topping 6600. What on earth were all the differences? Well, it makes more sense to see this in a chronological order. So let's backtrack. April 2014, Sony released the A6000. Then 2 years later came an upgraded 6300 and a 6500, giving them 3 cameras in the range with almost identical bodies, but increasing in features. It kind of seems pointless going into the differences and seeing what you could get in them now because all of those cameras have been superseded. In 2019, Sony gave all 3 cameras an upgrade and just bumped up the numbers a digit. So the 6100 replaced the 6000, the 6400 replaced the 6300, and the 6600 replaced the 6500. Got it? Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense when you see it like this to understand how all of these numbers fit together. So for me, looking at the range in 2020, there were just really 3 cameras that I was interested in, and I opted for the 6400 as I wanted the more robust weather-sealed body than the 6100, and I wanted S-Log that would allow me more flexibility in editing, but I didn't need the more advanced features of the 6600, and I didn't want to pay another $500, let's be honest. For most, the 6100 would be perfect, and at $150 less, it was top of my recommendation list. That is until 2021, when Sony pretty much wiped out the 6000 range when they brought us the incredible ZV-E10. I love this camera. And I really love that Sony has not only brought us a more advanced camera, but they've actually reduced the price than $50 less than the entry model 6100. Almost with the same body, with the exception of a viewfinder on the back. This does everything I need and more. Granted, the 6600 has a bigger battery and a true mechanical inbuilt image stabilizing, but is that worth double the cost? Absolutely not. I use dummy batteries when I'm filming here in the office, and my camera's always on a tripod, so those upgrades would be totally pointless to me. So honestly, in 2022, if you're looking at the Sony range for work like this, you just want to look at the Sony ZV-E10. What about the ZV-1, I hear you say? I got you covered. There's a video right here explaining the difference between the ZV-1 and the ZV-E10. Don't get me wrong, the ZV-1 is a lovely little camera, but that fixed zoom lens means that I can't put prime lenses on, so for me, it's not really a fit for what I want. But I do own one and really enjoy what I can get out of such a small, compact camera. So be sure to check out that video. Now, we said this was the Sony range, so it would be wrong for me not to mention the higher end models. Sony have a range of full frame cameras built for both photographers and videographers. We recently bought the A7 IV because I want to get back into my photography. And granted, it's got a beautiful image and an improvement over the ZV-10, but it should be. It's 4 times the price. So unless you really want to be fussy and have the best image and can afford around $4,000 for a camera and lens combination, which 90% of people won't even see the benefit of, then I would say save that $3,000 and go for the ZV-10 and put a nice lens on it. So sorry if you came here for a detailed, in-depth, side-by-side comparison. I just don't see the point in it. Honestly, there isn't any competition for that Sony ZV-E10 at the price point. It is a phenomenal little camera, and I recommend you just go out and get it. If you want to know what lenses we use in combination with this and what all the other accessories and how this fits in with our complete gear, we've put together a 2022 gear guide up here that you can go and check out free of charge. Now, I'd love to continue the conversation in the comments, so let me know what you think to all this, and hopefully if you found this useful, please do give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Now, why don't you come and hear even more about this beautiful Sony ZV-E10 and why we've called it the best camera of 2022. See you over there.